12 News at 10 starts now.
Tonight, a 23-year-old man is dead after a single car crash on a remote stretch of road in Surprise. Police say that his iPhone's crash detection feature alerted first responders around 2:30 Monday morning, leading them to the wreckage off of Sun Valley Parkway. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us. For 12 News at 10, I'm Kariba Devine.
I'm Mark Curtis. Tonight we're hearing from the family of Kevin Gutierrez, now grappling with the sudden loss. 12 News' Gabriela Becerra spoke with them. She's live in studio with how he's being remembered. Gabby?
Well, Mark, unfortunately, the iPhone's crash detection didn't save this young man's life. Family tells me they find some relief in knowing first responders were able to get to him right away.
A good day, but right now it's sad. Sad day. Remember him.
A joyous birthday celebration for 23-year-old Kevin Gutierrez ended in tragedy.
His friend waiting for him to celebrate him too, but fortunately, there wasn't any celebration.
Just hours after saying goodbye to his family, Kevin's phone alerted first responders that he'd been in a serious car crash on Sun Valley Parkway near 211th Avenue. The Apple iPhone has a crash detection feature in newer models in which it automatically calls 911 if a person is unresponsive. Surprise police say its dispatch operators received that alert around 2:30 last Monday morning.
We thought that he was sitting out there for I don't know how long. And maybe he could have made it if somebody was alerted, but his phone did alert.
Officers discovered Kevin's car had crashed off-road and he had been ejected. He died instantly.
Unfortunately, it will be a big shame for our life.
Kevin was a loving son, brother, and friend.
He was like the light of the family because he's always pranking us and making us laugh.
He followed in his father's footsteps, finding his passion in the kitchen.
He always tried to help much he can.
He worked hard as a sous chef at Sicilian Butcher and dreamed of one day owning his own restaurant.
Love what he's doing and love to help people.
At 23 years old, Kevin's family is grateful to know his impact stretched far beyond his years.
That's what we have to hold on to now. It's just his memories. The funny, lovable, caring, prankster person that he was.
Surprise police tell us preliminary information suggests Gutierrez was speeding and not wearing a seatbelt at the time of the crash. A fundraiser was created to help his family pay for funeral expenses. We have a link to that on our website, 12news.com. In studio, Gabriela Becerra, 12 News.
Gabby, thanks. Tonight, the family of 32-year-old Shaquille Simmons is speaking out after he and 21-year-old co-worker Mary Visser were shot and killed outside of a Tempe Little Caesars restaurant yesterday. Police say Mary's husband, 27-year-old Benjamin Visser, was caught on video walking up and opening fire and then shooting both victims again. Court records say that Mary was able to call 911 and identify Benjamin, and investigators say he had been stalking her. He even accused Shaquille and Mary of having an affair without any evidence. Officers detained Visser within seconds, and police say he did admit to the killings.
It saddens me very much because I wish he was able to probably reach out to somebody and get some help to prevent this from happening. Because now 2 lives are lost, gone, and we're the ones who have to live with it. And it could have all been avoided.
That was Shaquille's brother. He describes him as competitive, nice, the kind of person that you love being around. Meanwhile, Benjamin Visser tonight sits in Maricopa County Jail, charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder.
New at 10, the Scottsdale City Council is making changes to how residents can voice their concerns and thoughts at city council meetings. The council was set to vote tonight on reducing the amount of people who can speak during public comment and also reducing the time that they have to speak. 12 News journalist Chase Golightly is joining us live from City Hall in Scottsdale. And Chase, the meeting is still going on right now, but what changes did the council make?
Yeah, Kariba, there really was a lot of back and forth between the council members and all this people during public comment the residents spoke out against any of the changes, so the council actually decided to go in the complete opposite direction. In a 4-3 vote, they decided to allow residents to speak for 3 minutes, which is the current standard, instead of reducing it to 2 minutes. They also decided to increase the number of public commentators from 10 speakers to 12 speakers. However, there was a change that some people did not like, and that's moving public comment from the very beginning of the meeting, which it is now, to at the very end. And again, some residents like Scott Sutton, a longtime Scottsdale resident, are not happy with. Sutton comes to every single Scottsdale City Council meeting, and he's usually the first person to speak during public comment. Now, he said he is relieved that the City Council didn't decide to reduce the number of speakers or reduce the amount of time that they're able to speak. But he says having it at the very end of the meeting is not going to allow a lot of people to actually stay. He's worried that it's actually going to reduce the number of speakers because sometimes these meetings go on really late. For example, tonight, the meeting just got done after 10 o'clock, and he says people aren't going to want to stick around to talk about their concerns if it goes on this late.
Most of these residents have jobs and they have families. They need to get home to them. And they're coming here, a lot of them, on something that is as minor as it was mentioned earlier by Councilwoman Solange Whitehead, to complain about a tree on a city street that's causing them problems. They should not have to wait.
Now, the city proposed these changes to copy what other cities do and to streamline this whole process. They also said it wouldn't violate Arizona's open meeting laws. That only requires city council meetings to be open to the public, but doesn't necessarily require the public to weigh in. And we actually saw that a few weeks ago when neighboring Fountain Hills, the city council there decided to get rid of public comment in general. Again, that decision was made just a few weeks ago at the end of November. But again, with the city council members here in Scottsdale that we heard, they said that they don't want to limit anyone's free speech, which is why they instead decided to extend public comment here in Scottsdale. We're live in Scottsdale tonight. Chase Golightly, 12 News.
Chase, thanks. Happening tomorrow, people living in Gilbert will have one last chance to weigh in on soaring water bills. The town's final listening session is scheduled for 10 o'clock in the morning at the Santan Vista Water Treatment Plant. Officials want to hear directly from residents as a third-party audit of the billing system gets underway. Rising water and sewer rates have left many homeowners angry and frustrated. Town leaders are encouraging residents to attend and provide feedback to ensure the system is fair and accurate.
The Kyrene School District is taking some extra time to finalize a possible round of elementary school closures. Right now, Kyrene, like other school districts, is facing some tough decisions as enrollment continues to drop. Leaders are weighing a plan that could close up to 8 campuses. A finalized plan was scheduled to be presented to the board tonight, but the district will now take the next week to determine if any changes are needed. A final vote is currently set for December the 16th.
Also in Tempe, Mayor Corey Woods took to the stage tonight to deliver his annual State of the City address. He gave an update on the progress the city has made over the last year and also laid out his vision for the future. One of his key topics was the issue of homelessness. Woods says the city has already spent about $140 million to help get people off the streets, and he says the numbers show it's working.
Data by the Maricopa Association of Governments shows that the city of Tempe has reduced homelessness by 46% in just the last 3 years. More than 3,000 people have received help to resolve their housing situations from our Hope Homeless Outreach Team. That's 3,000 people off of the streets and in a comfortable bed of their own.
Mayor Woods adds that there is still a need to address homelessness in Tempe, adding that the city will continue to explore effective solutions. Well, Arizona Attorney General Chris Mays is taking the popular online marketplace Temu to court, claiming that they're using illegal practices to sell items. The lawsuit alleges that the company features unlicensed products claiming to be official gear from the Arizona Cardinals, ASU, and U of A. Mays also claims that the app targets kids with illicit products and installs spyware that illegally gathers data and sensitive information.
While the Temu app offers something for everyone on your Christmas shopping list, what it delivers is far more sinister. Some of the worst violations of the Arizona Consumer Fraud Act that I have ever seen during my tenure as the Attorney General.
And 12 News did reach out to Temu for comment, but we have not received a response yet.